Hey guys, and welcome. I am Kate. This is going to be a nice and fun kind of intermediate level flow class. I don't know about you guys out there, but when I started doing yoga, the thing that stood out to me most was just how good it felt to just be in my body with my breath and to move in ways that I didn't realize I was capable of doing. So we're going to do that today. The idea is just to move and to feel good and hopefully feel better than when you started, right? So find a quiet spot to roll out your mat, get into something comfy, and I will see you in a few. All right, guys, so let's get started. Just gonna come straight away, downward facing dog. Doesn't have to be the prettiest down dog you've ever done. Just gonna spread those fingers. Tuck your toes and just start to work your way into what feels good in your pose. You can sway the hips, can pedal out your feet, shake out your head, and just breathe. Downward facing dog always kind of feels like home to me for some reason. As soon as I roll out my mat and I make my way into this pose, I feel like, here we go, right? So take a breath here. So you push forward and down into the hands, wrap the triceps into your ears, bend your knees, and press your sitting bones up and reach them back. And we're just gonna slowly come on forward into plank. Feel those shoulders stack over the wrist. Engage the abdominal muscles, and as you do, you want to push a little bit back through your heels without losing your connection to your core. Inhale. And when you exhale, you can drop the knees to the mat. Take your hips back to your heels. Keep the arms out straight, but you can drop your elbows, soften your shoulders. Take a couple breaths in your child's pose. And you can start here. Settle into the rhythm of your breath. Let the weight of your head really relax into the floor. And take a moment or two to check in. Just to notice how you're feeling. Where your energy's at. Maybe where it isn't. Couple more breaths here. One more full breath in. And sigh it out. We're going to pop up onto your fingertips. So the upper arms lift away from the floor, and then wrap those triceps in again. And as the upper arms lift away from the floor, start to drop your chest, drop the weight of your head. Breathe into the sides of your body, into the back of your body. Inhale. And when you exhale, walk your hands over to the right. And you can let your hips pop a little bit to the left. Push into your right hand and push into your left. And as you push through those left fingertips, feel your left sitting bone drag back. Nice big lengthening through the left side of your body. And then inhale, walk yourself through center. And exhale, walk over to the other side. Same thing, you're going to press into the left hand. Push into the right. Feel the right sitting bone pull back. Nice big stretch through the right side. And then from here, you're going to come back through center. Going to prep the hands for a downward facing dog, right? So gaze forward. I'm murdering my husband. You're going to gaze forward and prep yourself for downward facing dog, but do so first by tucking your toes. Keep your seat back on your heels. Keep the gaze forward, keep the hands engaged, and then you're just going to lift your knees off the mat and slowly, like you're unfolding all the way up and back. That's it. Another full breath in and a deep breath out. All right. Inhale, float this right leg up. You're going to just sweep it back. Keep the hips square. Push evenly through both heels. And then roll out your right ankle. Wiggle your toes. Maybe roll out in the other direction. Then you're going to sweep this right hip open. Stack it up. Keep the shoulders square. As you take that right knee and point it up toward the sky, let that right heel get heavy.
Inhale, you're gonna reach it back up, square off the hips. Gaze forward. As you exhale, step that right foot up between your thumbs. Help it along if you want. We're gonna drop the back knee. Stay on your fingertips. Sink the hips, but lift into your chest. Feel the shoulder blades draw down the sides of your neck, lengthen. Inhale, even more into that chest. And exhale, step it back, downward facing dog. Warming it up. Inhale, take your left leg, reach it back. Nice square hips for the moment here. Roll out that left ankle. And then the other direction, those circles. Okay, take that left hip, stack it open on top of the right, bend your knee. And as that left knee sweeps up, feel that left heel drop down, but that right shoulder, instead of it letting it kind of scissor down to the floor, keep lifting it up. Steady and strong through the upper body. And then inhale, you're gonna stretch it back out, square off your hips. Exhale, step this left foot up between your thumbs. You can use your left hand to help it up if you want to. Drop the back knee, fingertips stay on the floor, roll the shoulders back, sink the weight of your hips, but lift your chest. And breathe. One more. From the pubic bone all the way to your sternum, get even longer. Inhale. This time when you exhale, you're gonna step your right foot up to meet your left and hang over at the top of your mat. Nice easy folds. And soften your knees. Just let yourself kind of hang. You can rock a little bit side to side. All right, and then inhale, halfway lift, keep those knees bent. Bring your fingertips to the floor, lengthen your spine. Exhale and fold. 2 more of those. Root into those feet, root into the fingertips. Inhale, get long. Exhale and fold. Last time. Inhale, lengthen, maybe straighten the legs a little bit more. Press gently into the hamstrings. And then fold it down. On your next inhale, sink your hips. Lead with your chest. Come all the way out. Reach it up. Urdhva Hastasana. And drag your hands down through prayer. Soften the shoulders down. Press the palms. Close your eyes. And breathe. And one more inhale as you open your eyes. Release your hands to your sides, Tadasana. Okay. Inhale, reach it out and up. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen it out. Exhale and fold, bend your knees, plant your hands, and step it back, downward facing dog. All right, let's add on, right? So take that right leg, sweep it back, down dog split, hips nice and square to start. Keep that inner right thigh rolling toward the ceiling. It's harder to stay here. So we're gonna take a breath. And then stack the right hip open on top of the left, bend your knee. Inhale. When you exhale, you're gonna drag this knee out and around, pull it in toward your nose. Inhale, take the leg back. Exhale, bend your knees, stack your hip. Inhale. Exhale, sweep the knee out to the side, drag it in toward your nose, round. Inhale, down dog split. Last time, you're gonna open it up, stack it out. Take a deep breath here. And when you exhale, gonna roll the knee out to the side. This time, hinge forward, knee to nose, shoulders over those wrists, and then take your right leg down to the floor for Pigeon Pose. Sweep that left leg back. Oh. Come high up onto your fingertips. Inhale, and then exhale, come out and over. Take a moment here. Keep the inner thighs scissoring in, soften your shoulders. And breathe. Another breath here. And take your hands underneath, come on up. Gonna roll onto this outer right hip for a second. Step the left foot up. From here, gonna bring your hands forward to either side of this front foot. We're gonna roll it up, step the right leg back. Nice long lunge. Inhale, from here, you're gonna lengthen out, root into your feet. This time come up, crescent lunge, left foot forward. Squeeze the low belly in. Reach to the sides of your body. Inhale. Exhale, take your hands to the floor. Step it back into plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees down, chest and chin, a little half chaturanga. Squeeze those elbows in toward your ribs and then launch off the toes. Baby cobra. Keep the sides of your neck long. Inhale. Exhale, drop your forehead, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Push it up and stretch it back. And when you get there, you can kind of sway a little bit side to side. Again, you want to just move how it feels good. That's the point. Why else would we do this, right? Inhale, take that left leg up. Keep the hips square. Inner left thigh rolls toward the ceiling. I'm going to hold it here. And then stack that left hip open. Bend the knee. Inhale. When you exhale, sweep this knee all the way around. Drag it in toward your nose. Try to keep your hips high. Inhale, kick the leg back. Exhale, stack it open, bend the knee. Inhale, exhale, knee's gonna sweep out to the side, hug it in toward your nose. One more of those. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, open and stack. Deep breath in. And last time, exhale, knee's gonna come around. This time, come on forward into your three-legged planky thing, and then sweep the left leg into pigeon. Shimmy that right leg back. Make sure everything's going good back there. Come onto those fingertips. Inhale, get long. And exhale, come out. Oh, and over. Soften your shoulders and close your eyes. Keep the inner thighs scissoring. Let the weight of your hips start to soften down. And breathe. I love doing pigeon early in class. Such a good hip opener. One more breath. And then from here, you're gonna drop onto that outer left hip. Sweep the right foot forward. Now we're gonna kick this left leg back, right? So bring yourself forward. Left leg steps back. Inhale, get super long. Root into those feet. Sink the hips and then come all the way up. Find your crescent lunge. Shoulders soft. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, take your hands to the floor. Step it forward, Uttanasana. Top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Come all the way up. Sink those hips. Reach it up, Urdhva Hastasana. And drag your hands down through prayer. Let's add on a little more. Inhale, down, out, and up. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Plant your hands and walk it back. Downward facing dog. Nothing too crazy here. All right, take that right leg, swing it up. Inhale, exhale, bend it open. Inhale, straighten the leg, down dog split. Exhale, knee to nose, round it in. Picking up the pace. Inhale, sweep it back. Exhale, stack the hips, bend the knee. Down dog split on your inhale. And drag your knee into your nose. Exhale. Inhale, reach, last time. And you're gonna open it up, stack the hips. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders travel over the wrists, legs gonna come down. Another pigeon pose. Stay high on the fingertips this time. Roll the shoulders back. Squeeze the heads of the leg bones in and feel the pelvic floor, the low belly lift up. Maybe you can come up onto the fingertips here. Got some rain happening out there. And from here, if you've got enough juice, you can get the fingertips up off the floor, then go for it. Take the arms and stretch them up. Inhale. Exhale, hands come to the floor for just a breath or two. Fold all the way down. Notice where the weight goes in your hips. Try to keep everything square. And then hands underneath you. Press yourself up, roll onto this outer right hip. Sweep the left foot forward. Gonna shift your weight, step the right foot back. Crescent lunge on that left side. Inhale. Exhale, open. This time, warrior two. Keep the legs strong. right? Inner thigh of this right leg's gonna lift. Shoulders stay soft. Take your gaze over that left hand, inhale. Exhale, left forearm's gonna come down to the top of the left thigh. Just a modified side angle pose. Keep the tailbone lengthening toward that right heel as you stretch your right arm alongside your ear. And breathe. You can take your gaze up if that feels good, or down to the floor. Deep breath here. And exhale, you're gonna take the right hand down to the inside of the foot, left hand down, and you're gonna lower that back knee. Find your lizard pose. Open the left toes just a little bit, so maybe 45 degrees. You wanna keep the left foot firmly rooted on the floor for this round. Roll the shoulders back and lift your chest. And just take a moment here. If it feels comfortable to do so, let's do it. Come down onto your forearms. And then tuck the back toes, lift your back knee. Push back through this right heel. Draw the heads of the arm bones toward the backs of your sockets and stretch your chest forward. Gonna stay on these forearms. Sneak the left foot back. Find your forearm plank. Belly in, quads lifting, and then slowly we're gonna walk the feet forward. Find your dolphin pose. Spread the fingers, press into your thumbs. Inner wrists wrap toward the floor, and breathe. All right, shoulders come back over those elbows, feet walk back, find your forearm plank, and then right hand's gonna come in line with the left elbow. Press yourself up, full plank, and then lower down, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga. Gonna come all the way onto your belly. Untuck your toes, sweep your hands behind your back, keep the tops of your feet rooted. A little Ardha Shalabhasana, a little half locust. Knuckles toward your heels. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Press up into table. Slide your hips back. Find a child's pose. Let those hips sway a little bit side to side. And come back to center. You're gonna keep your seat on your heels, but drag your elbows underneath you. Take the right arm and slide it underneath. You're gonna come onto that right shoulder, toward that right ear, and bring the left palm to the floor, right in front of your nose. Press your left hand into the floor, roll open. And then walk the left hand forward. And as you do, press into the back of your right arm. And then left hand's gonna come back underneath so you can support yourself to drag the right arm out. Bring the right forearm onto the floor. Left arm's gonna come underneath, come onto that left shoulder, the left ear. Right hand to the floor. Give yourself a twist here. Feel that right shoulder roll back. All the while you can keep pressing into the back of that left arm. All right, then come on back up. Downward facing dog. Let's do the other side. Okay, inhale, take your left leg, sweep it up and back. Exhale, stack the hips, open it up. Inhale, down dog split. Exhale, knee to nose, round it in. Inhale, down dog split. Exhale, stack and open. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Last time, inhale, reach back. Stack the hips, bend your knee. Inhale, down dog split. Exhale, knee to nose, drag it forward. Find your pigeon. Set yourself up. You want to drag the leg bones into the sockets. Feel that low belly lift. Like you're putting on those pair of jeans that are just a little too tight, right? You got to kind of pull in and up to get the zipper going. Come onto the fingertips. And if you can get the lift through the pelvic floor, that Mula Bandha, you want to drag it up. And maybe the hands can come off the floor. Maybe they can stretch it up. If the fingertips stay on the floor, it's totally fine. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Slowly now, we walk all the way down. Find the forearms, or you can lay all the way out. Breath or two here. One more. All right, hands under the shoulders. Slide it onto that outer left hip. Right foot steps forward. Here we go. Crescent lunge to the right side. Step the left foot back. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Sink into your feet. Low belly in, shoulders soft, deep breath. And then exhale, open, find your warrior two. That's it. Heads of the arm bones pull in, but the tops of your shoulders can relax. Inhale, and then exhale, right forearm down to the top of the thigh. Take the left arm, stretch it up. Oh yeah. Little side angle here. Keep that inner left thigh lifted. Nice long line of energy from the outer edge of that left foot all the way into your fingertips. And then the left hand's gonna come to the floor. Right hand comes down to the inside, squeegee it over, drop the back knee, find your lizard, and sink into it for a moment here. Okay, then we're gonna lower down onto those forearms. Oh goodness, the toes can open. We just don't wanna go bleh. Not right now. That's illegal, but we're not doing it now. Okay, then you're gonna lift those back toe, or lift that back knee. Come on up, stretch the chest forward. As the weight of the hips drop, feel yourself lengthen through the front of your body. All right, sneak this right foot back. Forearm plank, belly in. Inhale, exhale. Gonna walk the feet forward, press into the hands, spread those thumbs. Spread your thumbs. Spread your fingers, root into your thumbs. I suppose you could spread your thumbs too, but I don't know. Arm bones plunk into the sockets and breathe. Float this right leg up, why not? Give yourself some distraction here. Keep the inner right thigh rolling toward the ceiling. And then right foot down, left foot up. Building some upper body strength. We're doing things that feel good, right? I don't know if this is, does this count? I don't know, keep rolling that inner left thigh toward the ceiling. All right, left foot to the floor. Slide back, shoulders over those elbows, walk the feet back, find your forearm plank, and then left hand to the floor, right hand to the floor, full plank, inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, all the way onto your belly. Untuck your toes. Here we go, Shalabhasana. Take the hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, so funky pinkies on top, right? Roll the shoulders back, peel your head, neck, and chest off the mat. As your knuckles slide back toward your heels, feel your chest reach forward. And then fire up those hamstrings, fire up those glutes, lift the legs. Stretch back, back, back. Inhale. Exhale, you're gonna release the arms. Make a pillow maybe, come onto one cheek. Bend your knees and windshield wiper. Let them go side to side. All right, drop your feet to the floor. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Come on up into table. Slide your hips back to your heels for a moment. Find a child's pose. And this time you're gonna take your arms, sweep them behind you. Palms face up, shoulders plunk down. Just 2 breaths here. And one more. And then come back up into your table. Downward facing dog. Up and back. Let's do it again. Let's add a little more, yeah? All right. Inhale, take this right leg, sweep it up. Exhale, stack it open. Inhale, down dog split. You know the drill by now. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up. Exhale, stack and open. Inhale, square it off. Down dog split. Knee to nose. One more. Sweep it back. And down dog split. Knee to nose. Drag those shoulders forward. Set the shin. Left foot back. Stay super high here. And now you can keep this right hand on the floor, like right in front of your shin. I like to, before I do any sort of quad stretching here, I actually need to kind of lift the knee skin on my back knee. I don't know if it's mental or physical, but I always like to tuck my toes and just lift my knee for a second, kind of reset. Right hand stays on the floor. We're gonna bend the left knee and reach around, try to grab for that left foot. Now I'm gonna walk up and around. So you're gonna wanna bring your thumb, so it's like this hitchhiker thumb here, toward the inside edge of that foot. Come up onto these fingertips, lift your chest. As you drag the legs in, pull your foot a little bit closer. Maybe you can find enough energy, enough lift to take this right hand and stretch it forward. Inhale. Exhale, a right hand down, drop that left foot, we're gonna lower. Take a breather. All right, come up onto the hands, roll onto this outer right hip, sweep this left foot forward. We're gonna crescent to the left side. So roll it up, kick the right foot back, crescent lunge. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, open, find your warrior two. Here we go. You can modify your side angle if you want to find the modification, or you can bring the left hand down to the inside or the outside, blocker floor. Sweep this left side sitting bone under, press the top of your right thigh back. And as you anchor your tailbone toward that right heel and your heel toward the floor, stretch long through those right fingertips. Nice deep breath. Exhale, right hand comes down. We're gonna keep the back knee up, palms on the floor. Nice long lizard lunge here. Open those left toes just a hair. We're gonna make some space here to step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Sink your hips. Oh yeah, little negotiation. Until you can bring the elbows to the inner knees. Press the palms, roll the shoulders back and lift your chest. Yes. All right, from here you're gonna push into your feet, drop your hands, find a nice wide forward fold as you push the floor away, straighten those legs and hang. All right, you're gonna take your weight over into this left foot, okay? Slowly now drag your right knee into your chest. Inhale, kick that right leg back behind you. Stretch your chest forward. You're gonna find a standing split. And then bend that left knee. You're gonna push some weight back into your left heel. Push some weight back through this right foot. Lift the shoulder blades into the back. Pull the belly in. Find a little Tadasana here. And then slowly we're gonna come on up to stand. As you do, drag this right knee into your chest. And then we're gonna bend the left knee, hook that right ankle, and find a little nesting pigeon. Hips slide back, sitting bones sprout behind you. Maybe sink a little deeper. You can bring the forearms down. We're gonna come on back up. Draw this right knee into your chest. Inhale. Exhale, right foot to the floor. Inhale, sweep out and up. Exhale, dive over the legs, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, lengthen out. And downward facing dog, walk it back. Inhale, float forward into your plank. Knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga. Baby Cobra, or an upward facing dog. This time, feel the heads of your arm bones slide back. Exhale, pull up and back, downward facing dog. Second side. Inhale, left leg, reach it up. Exhale, open it up, bend your knee. Inhale, down dog split. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze it in. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, stack and open. Inhale, down dog split. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale it back, last time. Exhale, open, stack. Oh, inhale, down dog split. Exhale, drag it in, shoulders forward. Set that left shin down. Right leg goes back. Okay, now we're gonna plug it all in. Right? Keep scissoring in, keep lifting pelvic floor to low belly all the way up. Right, solar plexus into the chest. All right, here we go. Left hand's gonna come maybe to the middle of the mat, right in front of your left shin. You can always lift that knee skin, reset it. We're gonna bend the right knee and reach around and grab for the inside, of that right foot. And you wanna keep trying to roll the shoulders square to the front of the mat. All right, here we go. I'm gonna pull in with this foot, maybe kick back into the hand a little bit so we have some energy moving back. We could take this left hand and float it up. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Hands come down and slowly find a moment to relax. Through the shoulders, the neck. Two more breaths here. You deserve a little rest, a little relaxation. All right, hands underneath you. Gonna roll to that left side, swing the right leg forward. Right side crescent lunge, right? Shift it up, step it back. Here we go. Inhale it up. Find your crescent, low belly in and up, and then open it up, warrior two. Nice long spine, soft shoulders, strong feet. And then that right forearm can come down to the top of the right thigh. You can come to the inside of the leg if you want. We're just gonna hug this outer right sitting bone underneath, press back to the top of the left thigh, sweep this left arm up. Oh yeah. Nice long line as you roll it open. Lean back. Inhale. And exhale, left hand comes down. Squeegee the right foot to the right edge of your mat. Find your high lunge lizardy thing here. Sink your hips, but stretch forward. Oh, fire up that left thigh. Make it really worth your while here. I'm gonna take this left foot, step it up to the outside of the left hand. Okay. And find your malasana, squat. Top of the mat. Elbows press to the inner knees. Lift your chest. Feel the space opening up in your back, your hips, your inner thighs. Inhale. Exhale, hands come to the floor. You're gonna press the floor away. Straighten these legs. Find a nice, easy, wide leg Uttanasana. And take a moment here just to sway. All right, you're gonna sway your weight over to this right foot. Fingertips forward on either side, right? All right, here we go. We're gonna lift this left knee into your chest. And then inhale, stretch it out. Find your standing split. Roll that inner left thigh toward the ceiling. And then we're gonna start to slowly bend to the right knee. Take your weight back gently. And as you do, you're gonna push back into that left heel. And then take your gaze forward, shoulder blades in. We come up, a little swan pose here. Belly strong. Okay, press the floor away. Come all the way up to stand. Left knee drags in. And then you're gonna bend your right knee. Hook that left ankle. Find your nesting pigeon. If you wanna sink it down, you can sink it down onto your elbows. Here we go, and then press into that right foot. Come all the way up. As you do, drag your left knee in. And then step that left foot down. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen it out. Exhale and fold. Soften your knees here. You're gonna grab opposite hand to elbow and just sway gently back and forth. All right, and then release your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out. Exhale and fold. You're gonna take your feet wide. Big toes open. Whew, sink your hips. Find your malasana. Okay, so we're working toward crow here. So hopefully we're almost ready. We're gonna do one more super fun thing. And when I say super fun, I mean that it's not fun at all. So buckle up, guys. You're gonna push into your heels, lift your hips. So now we're kind of in a more energetic variation here. Take your arms and stretch them up. And then we're just gonna duck walk to the back of the mat. Nice and steady. When you get to the back, press into your feet, lift your hips. Nice wide leg Uttanasana. Then you're gonna walk the hands forward so they're like a foot in front of your foot, your feet, your footsies, right? And you're gonna shift forward. So if you can't place your whole palm on the floor without bending your knees, then screw it, bend your knees, right? It doesn't matter. So you're gonna spread your fingers and work your down dog, your Pada Hastasana. Is that what we call it? The hand lock, right? So we're gonna shift forward, shoulders over the wrists, and now we're gonna just slightly take these feet up and a little kick to the butt. Bunk, that's it. Nice light kick. How about two more? Bunk, one more. Bunk. All right, set the feet. Wide leg Uttanasana. Open those toes. It's all about just having fun. We don't have to nail anything in particular, just having fun here. Sink the hips. Come onto your malasana. Okay, you're gonna make this your meaty malasana. Press into your heels, lift your hips, take your arms, stretch them up. And we're gonna walk it to the top of the mat. Bunk, 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 and bunk. Wide leg Uttanasana, fold. Oh. Take a second here. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen it out. Exhale and fold. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go for our crow pose, right? So you can kind of walk yourself back. If you feel super nervous and you wanna grab a blanket because you are worried about crashing, then who am I to stop you, right? You can grab a blanket and put it out in front, little insurance policy, right? It's okay if it makes you feel better, that's fine, right? So you're gonna bring your hands behind the blanket. If you feel really strongly about being closer to the blanket, just make sure your hands aren't on top of the blanket, but you want them still in contact with the hard floor and the mat, right? All right, so you're gonna come into a squat. I like to start, to be totally honest with you, with my feet together, because eventually I want my feet to come together while I'm in the pose. So this is just a little reminder from me. So I like to start with my big toes touching. The heels aren't gonna touch here. I mean, maybe they are, but you can let the heels spread, right? And then hands come down shoulder distance. You're gonna take your knees and we're just gonna walk them up as high as they can go, right? Then the elbows tend to kind of splay out to the sides, but you want to think chaturanga or half chaturanga, right? Elbows hug in toward each other. And now you can keep the toes on the floor and just lift your butt and take your gaze forward. So you always want to keep your gaze forward. If you look around, you're going to change your perspective. You're also going to change your center of gravity, kind of where your energy is going, and then you're just going to crash. So keep your gaze forward and you can start to just shift. And if it feels comfortable, one foot can come off. Maybe you practice with the other one. Maybe they both come off. If they both come off, bring your big toes together. Spread your toes. Feel that low belly lift. And then you're gonna flex your feet. Set it back down. Take a second here. Okay? We're gonna do it again because it's worth doing again, right? So let's give it a whirl, right? Hands come down, right on the mat, shoulder distance apart. Gonna come forward. You can bring your feet together if you feel like that worked. If it didn't, then trash it. It's just a personal thing for me. Elbows hug in, knees come as high up to the upper arms as they can. Now you're gonna lift your tush. Shift your weight toward your hands and start to get comfortable with being on the hands. Claw down into the floor with your fingertips. One foot comes up, maybe the other one. Big toes come together. Splay those other toes. Ha 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 ha. And set it down. Okay? Okay. One more. Snap, we're gonna do it again. One more time. So take a second here. If you're wildly uncomfortable sitting in that crouch, then you can come for just a moment. And actually, why don't you take your butt to the floor, cross your legs in front however it feels good, or stretch them out. You're gonna take the backs of your hands to the mat, fingertips point away from you, and just lean back for a second. And rock your head a little bit side to side. All right, come on forward, shake it out. One more time, here we go. You could just hang out. You don't have to do it again if you don't want to. Repetition works for me, so I'm sharing a bit of my repetition wisdom here. All right, so hands shoulder distance. You guys know it already. You've already heard me say it a million times, or at least 2. Spread your fingers, elbows wrap in, knees come high into the upper arms. Shift your weight. Don't be scared. Shift your weight. You can start to shift enough so the toes just kind of lift up off the floor. Low belly is engaged. You want to keep the low belly lifted, keep the big toes together, and then spread your other toes. Let me set it down. And this time you get to, for real, sit down. You can get rid of the blanket if you want. I'm gonna stretch those legs out in front. And then one more time, you're gonna take the backs of your hands to the floor, fingertips pointing away, roll the shoulders back. Oh, lift your chest. Let your head go a little bit side to side. And then you're gonna pull your fingers into a fist. And release. Pull them into fists. And release. Yowza. One more. Pull them in. Hold it there. Oh, it's the worst, but the best. And then release. Okay, then you're gonna slide forward just a bit. So maybe the wrists come just behind the shoulders, just behind, right? And then you're gonna see if you can lift the backs of your hands off the floor. So you don't wanna scrunch the fingertips up or the fingers up. You wanna keep the hand flat from the palm all the way to the ends of your fingers, but just lift. And then set it down. And one more time, you're gonna lift. All the while, this stuff going on in your hands and your wrists. The legs are active. You don't wanna keep the legs working. I don't know, like 20%. Seems fair. And then set the hands down, and you're just gonna slide the hands forward. And roll out your wrists. Right? All right, and then from here, you can slide your butt forward. And lay back. And when you get back here, you're gonna cross your right leg over your left. Take your arms out to the sides and let your knees fall gently over to that right side. And take your gaze over and across your left shoulder. All right, and then come on up through the middle. Switch the cross of your legs. Oh, and drop to the other side. Knees to the left. Slide your gaze to the right. And breathe. And come on up through the middle. Undo the cross of your legs. You're gonna pull both knees in. Slide them to the side. Lengthen your tailbone, drop your shoulders. Take a second here to rock easy, back and forth. And then you're gonna bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees and the feet drop to the floor for just 1 second of this Supta Baddha Konasana. And then stretch your legs all the way out. Let your arms rest out to the sides. Let your legs soften. We're gonna spend just a couple moments here. If you're wearing glasses, you can take them off. I find that's a little more restful. And just let yourself relax, surrender into the floor. Feel the energy in your body. the benefits of the work you put in. Allow yourself to reap the benefits of letting that all go and finding a softness, an ease. And let your next breath be a little deeper. The energy of your body come back to the surface as you move your fingers, wiggle your toes, maybe slide your glasses back onto your face and draw one knee in and then the other, and come to rest on your right side. Use the strength of your arms, slowly come all the way up. Make your way into your final comfortable seat. Let your shoulders soften, your sitting bones root, and let your heart be light and lifted. Bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra and bow your head. And say a quiet thanks to yourself for taking the time to move, to breathe, to give yourself the opportunity to feel good in your body, to reset your mind and your breath so that you may step off your mat and into the rest of your day with ease and a smile on your face. Thanks for spending a bit of your time with me. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Namaste.